Okay, greetings students. Mr. Munir here with your SketchUp lesson of the day. So today I want to go through three fun things. I want to go through the instructor, I want to go through styles, and I want to go through views. Okay, so these are the three things that I'm going to go through today, so let's get started. First, I want to just go ahead and just make something simple. So, okay, rectangle, extrude that, sure, whatever. And then put a little polygon here and extrude that. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to put a circle on top of that. And then I'll use my hotkey P to push-pull that face out. I'm going to do something a little different. Oh, I'm going to pull that face, so that created a hole. Huh, cool. That's nice. All right, so after I've done this, I want to just add some textures. So I'm going to see if I can select all of that and create a texture that way. I don't want to select that, so I'm going to hold shift and that'll unselect that. So I'm going to add, I suppose, a texture to this part. Okay, so that's components. No, I want to do materials. And what do I want to do here? Let's make this brick. Okay, that's cool. Make that all brick. And then I want to do all this in this interesting concrete block layers. Huh, that's cool. So, I don't know, a random. I don't really like that actually, so I'm gonna do just that. That looks cool. Awesome. Alright, so that looks like some kind of weird chimney thing. I don't know. Okay, cool. So I've got my materials on there. That was just fun to do. And so I guess that showed you how to do materials too. But now I want to do something different. So I'm going to go to my instructor. And this instructor is really cool because it will actually show you how to use different tools. So a cool tool that I like is this one. It's called the Follow Me tool. And so if I click on Follow Me tool, it's going to show me, oh, cool, it follows this thing, cool. And then the tool operation, modifier keys, and then it says click to learn about more advanced operations. So first off, this is the simplest thing about the Follow Me tool. And then if I want to click to learn more, I click that and it opens up a new tab for me. And there you go. It gives you all these cool walkthroughs. So if you want to learn about the Follow Me tool, I'm not going to teach you about it here because not everyone's going to use it, but I think it's really cool. And you can just click on that link and then there you go, tutorial. And then it goes through all these different things you can do with the Follow Me tool, including making cool things like that. So the instructor is really valuable because for every tool in SketchUp, you're going to have that. So boom, line tool, talks about it, then click to learn about more advanced operations. Follow Me tool, obviously, push-pull tool. Okay, you know what it is, but what about more advanced operations with push-pull tool? Well, you go ahead and click that link and scroll down. Video shows you tips and tricks, pulling a 3D shape from a face. Okay, cutting a 3D shape out of your model. Okay, and interesting, cool. So that's just a quick walkthrough of the instructor tool and how to use it. It's the instructor option, I suppose, and how to use it. I think it's really awesome that every single tool has its own thing and then more advanced operations so you can learn about what you are interested in. Okay, now after we've done our instructor, now I want to talk about styles. Okay, so if I go to styles, I can go to assorted styles, and then it's got all these different things, all these different ways that I can make it look. So it's kind of interesting and fun to like play around with the different styles. Now the textures obviously are going to be different than the textures that you're using because that's the whole idea of these styles. But I think it's a cool thing to know about because it just makes things look kind of cool. So default styles here will keep my textures. So that's just like a green background. This will get rid of my textures, but that's interesting how that works. And then you can just play around with the different default styles that it has. Photo modeling, interesting. Let's take a look at this one. So that's cool. I'm not going to spend too much time going. I'm not going to go through all of them, obviously, but you can just play around with it and see which styles that you like the best. That's a cool style. It kind of keeps my texture, though it changes it a little bit. Now, obviously, when you're submitting to me, you don't want to have it in this kind of style. You want it in one of these default styles, okay? Because that default style is what I'm looking to see. Your textures as they actually are and how you've created them. Okay, so that's that. It's got a nice blue sky in the background. I like that one. Okay, so that's styles. And then finally, I want to talk about views. Now, views, the simple thing to do with them is just change your view. And that can be helpful if you just want to like quickly get to a certain side, like, oh, that's like top view. Okay, cool. And then I can change between what's called isometric view, which makes everything look like just a perfect picture of what it would look like from the top. But then there's perspective view, which is how you'd actually see things in reality. So perspective view can help you because that's actually how you see things. Whereas this is more of like a mathematically precise way to look at something. Okay, so views are cool, but I want to talk about the scenes. So let's say I want to go, first off, let's get rid of our lady here. She's not part of my model, so delete, goodbye. Let's say I want to go from this view to another view really quickly. Well, let's say I'm in this view, I hit plus right here, and it's going to go ahead and add a scene. So I've now added scene 1. Okay, but now let's say I want to then go from that view to this view, and that's now scene. I'm adding a scene, and that's scene 2. And then let's say I want to go from that to a really zoomed out view from this angle here. Like, oh yeah, cool. That's that. All right, so I've made my 3 scenes here. Now watch what happens. Okay, if I just click on the scene, it zooms to it in a nice way, but watch what happens when I hit play. It starts at this scene, and then it goes to the next scene, and then it goes to the last scene. Cool. And it just continues cycling through. Awesome. I'm actually going to add another scene. Let's have our final scene actually be something zoomed in right there. Ah, so beautiful. Look at that. Just love it. Okay. So zoomed in, nice angle. Cool. And this is going to be my final scene. All right, so add a scene. Scene 4. Oops. Okay, and I can always retitle those if I want, just like, wow, that's my new scene, number 1. So I click on scene 1, and now let's play through it and see how it goes. So scene 1, or wow scene now, to scene 2, to scene 3, to scene 4, and then notice how it automatically went the best way, the shortest way to get to that scene 1 again. So now that's cool. I like that 4th scene because then it kind of made it this continuous thing, not like going back and forth, but now it's rotating around. So for those of you that are familiar with Screencastify or any kind of desktop recording software, you can actually use this ability to create a movie of your object. And you can go to settings, enable scene transitions, transition time, delay time. You can do all that kind of thing. So that's pretty cool. You can always do a screen capture, whatever software. And if you're interested in that, just talk to me about it. But yeah, you can just actually record your own video of your 3D object, which is really cool. And then if you look more into it, there's things like Walkthroughs, these tools here that you can actually like get it to be walk through something, and go on YouTube, look that up, go on instructor view. Obviously you can do the instructor and it'll just take you right to tutorials, and you can, like, if you had a building, you could make someone walk through the building and record a video of someone walking through your building. I don't know, this stuff is really cool. So that's it for me for now. We went through instructor, we went through textures actually first, then we went through instructor, then we went through styles, and then we went through views, and we learned all about all this cool stuff that you can do on SketchUp. So with that being said, that's it for me for now. Stay up to date. Make sure you're submitting your progress as you go through this project. Until next time, enjoy engineering.